Have you ever taken your car to the shop, picked it up because the check engine light's on, and then 3 days later it goes boop, pops back on? I'm here to tell you why. Okay, so here's an example of an emissions test we just did. You see right here it says oxygen sensor completed, O2 sensor completed. It completed meaning the computer has ran its self-diagnostic test for the oxygen sensors. They're working adequately and then let the light off. Now over here we have the catalytic converter, okay? So let's say one of the an O2 sensor is defective and it kicks the check engine light, right? Once that happens, a prerequisite for the computer to run its self-diagnostic test for the converter is these have to pass. If these fail, it won't do this. So as an example, let's say the converter's defective and the O2 sensor is defective, but we can't see that the converter's defective because these are. So we fix this O2 sensor, put a new one in, turn the light off. Now as you're driving down the road, every car does this 96 and newer. It's called Onboard Diagnostics Generation 2. When pre-programmed driving conditions are met, the computer will do what we call the monitor or the self-diagnostic test. The converter is the last one in the chain. So one of the prerequisites for any car's computer to run the test for the converter is it needs to see these pass, and we have EGR and EVAP over here, okay? So if this O2 sensor is broke and this is broke, the computer won't run the test for this because this has an issue. So once this is fixed, now the computer sees, hey, it's past a prerequisite, I can run this test, and then boom, it kicks the light on. So that's part of my job to explain all this when we're doing check engine light diagnostics, so you're pissed off at your car and not me. So if you've ever taken your car to the shop and they fixed a problem and then 2 days later light comes back on, it's not the car, it's just the shop didn't do a good enough job explaining to you why this happens, because we have no idea. We don't know. The only ones that can really answer all these questions is engineering. The engineers know all the prerequisites for the computer to do its own self-diagnostic test. Good luck getting them on the phone. You know who engineering supports is when the car's under the factory warranty, because Mawa has experience working at a Cadillac dealer where it's under factory warranty. We could get engineering involved because they're legally responsible to fix it. Once any manufacturer doesn't have to legally fix it, trust me, they're not going to use their resources to help any technician because they don't make money doing that. That's how the check engine light works. Okay, so hopefully that explains it for you. So next time that happens, it's not the shop did anything wrong. They just didn't explain it to you. Hey, this can happen. That's what separates us from everybody else. That's why we have all those good Google reviews. Have a great day.